Hello everyone, I Dr. Anchal Sogi welcome you back to my lecture on Introduction to Marketing. In previous lecture we have discussed about marketing philosophies, and today we will be discussing about marketing environment. Now, marketing environment, we define environment as internal and external factors that surround business and influence its marketing operations. So, marketing environment is defined as it's a set of internal and external factors that surrounds the business and influence its marketing operations. The other definition of a marketing environment could be it consists of complex set of activities that are interacting forces and influences that significantly affect the success of marketing strategies and can determine the future of organization and as a whole. So, definition 2 says it is a complex set of interacting forces. Why we say it is a complex set of interacting forces? Because there are these external and internal forces that affects the marketing strategy and marketing operations of the business. They in turn affect each and other and are affected by them. So they affect others and are affected by them. So these factors also affect themselves and are affected by and together they affect the marketing strategies or operations of the organization. Now these consist of three factors. First is external macro environment factors. External macro environment factors. Next, second, external micro environment factors. External micro environment factors. And third, organizations internal environment factors. So this marketing environment consists of external macro environment factors, external micro environment factors, and organizational internal environment factors. Now let us study these all factors in detail. Now these external macro environment factors consist of economic environment, it consists of economic environment or economic conditions, then it also consists of political and legal factors, then it consists of social cultural factors. Then it also consists of geographical factors, It also consists of geographical factors. Then it consists of demographic factors. And it also consists of technological factors. So, external macro environment factors mainly consist of these: economic conditions, political legal factors, social culture factors, geographical factors, demographic factors, and technological factors. Now, what does this economic conditions include? Economic conditions include the stage of business life cycle, inflation. It also includes the interest rate. So when we talk about the stage of business life cycle, so any business consists of the life cycle of any business consists of 4 stages. One is prosperity, recession, depression, and recovery. So the first the particular stage of business, what the business is in, will determine the economic condition. For example, consists of like this. So this first half is your prosperity. Then it is recession. Then it is depression, and then recovery. So in prosperity there is an increase in revenue, in growth in company, and so on. So the economic conditions prevailing are very conducive, very good. Then recession, there is a decline in business activities, organizational activities, the businesses are going down, the economic condition is deteriorating a little bit. Then there is a depression. In depression there is a great decrease, and or we could say there is a negative growth in the company. So there is a very this economic condition is very pathetic in this case. Then there is a recovery, and again the cycle continues like that. So the stage of business life cycle determines contributes to economic condition. Then next is inflation. Second is inflation. What is inflation? You must have listened that inflation is around 4%, 5%, 4.5%, 5.6%, or it may be somewhere it goes to 7-8%, and the government is very concerned about inflation. There are various measures that government takes to make this inflation conducive. So why there is lot of thinking about why the government thinks to curtail inflation to a certain limit. So inflation, because it significantly affects the economic condition. And then what is inflation? Inflation is that purchasing power of money declines. For example, if you buy a particular 1 kg of particular product or a particular grocery item for ₹100 today, so you will not be able to purchase same amount after a year. Say it could be, the price could have increased to 105. So for now, to purchase 1 kg of sugar, you may have to pay 105 rupees next year. Or otherwise, you will be for 100 rupees, you will not be getting full 1 kg sugar. You will be getting certain grams of sugar less. So the 100 rupees that we used to purchase 1 kg of sugar a year before is not having same value today. So the value of money has gone down. So that is purchasing power, the money has gone down, that is inflation. It affects if inflation is very high, definitely it is a cause of concern and it affects the economic condition. in fact, environment also. The inflation will lead to increase in prices, increase in cost of production, leading to increase in price of product, thereby you could lose on the competitive advantage and so on and so forth. Less people will be buying the product. Or then third is interest rate. When we talk about interest rate, we, for example, your housing loans, your personal loans, your automobile loans and all. So that interest rate includes your interest rate of housing loan, automobile loans, personal loan and so on and so forth. If the interest rate is down, this means more people will be stimulated to purchase this item based on by taking the loans. And if the rate of interest is very high, people will be deferring their purchase right now. They will not be taking much of loans because of the high interest rate. So definitely it will be affecting the economic condition. Next, second factor we talked about was political and legal factors. Political and legal factors. Now, political and legal factors include, for example, your monetary policy and fiscal policy. Now, what is monetary policy? The monetary policy is determined by RBI, and fiscal policy is determined by decided by the Government of India. So these various interest and loans and all will be here, and fiscal policy will be government investment in spending based on that. So it affects the it affects the political and legal factors. Then then there is a social legislation and laws. Social legislations and regulations. When we talk about social legislation and regulation, these means various laws and regulations prevalent in a country at a particular time. Definitely these laws and legislations are being decided in concern with the government, that is the political and again legal factor. Then third could be various laws related to marketing. It could be laws related to advertisement, means it is laws related to the use of children's below certain age in advertising agencies, fair advertising and so on. So fair marketing strategies, all the things are there in laws related to marketing. Definitely a government has control, and legal authorities have control over these laws related to marketing. Then a government relationship with the industry. Now, what a government relationship with particular industry or a particular company, again, it affects, it contributes to political and legal factor. For example, if we could say a few years back, somewhere in 2011-12, this organized retail was not, Walmart was not not allowed to enter into Indian market. Why? Because government and the various Indian traditional shopkeepers were against the Walmart. So this these Walmarts and other giant companies, they waited for government nod, but they can't get. So this is the government relationship with the industry, or the government view on those industry. Okay. And they thought that it will definitely kill the small shopkeepers in India, or traditional shopkeepers in India. Then next factor. Next factor that we talked about is social and culture factor. Social and culture factor that includes, social and culture factor includes your culture or subculture. It also includes your social class, etc. So when we talk about culture, means the how people will have an attitude towards a particular product or a particular company or a particular brand is very much shaped by the cultures and subcultures. For example, India is a land where the culture has a very strong hold on the minds of people. There are various subcultures prevalent in various regions of India. That is why the demography that is why the Indian demography is very scattered. Then when we talk about social class, normally social class on the basis of income is divided into four: upper class, middle class, lower class, and economically weaker sections. Definitely these all will contribute. These all classes will have their own different types of needs. They have different types of wants, and they will be having different types of potentials of purchase towards a particular product. Yes. Then next factor that we will be going to study is geographical factor. When we are talking about geographical factor, for example, if I take North India, you will be finding hills, you will be finding relatively cooler temperature around the year. And then if we are talking about the southern part of India, you will be finding typical climate that is humid, that is hot, like in Kerala, like in coastal areas of Maharashtra, Karnataka, and so on. So these two will be a different geography, and they will different kinds of needs. So the geographical factors includes your climate, it includes your natural resources, etc. So when we talk about climate, for example, if I am there into electronic market, and if I am selling ACs, where will I be selling ACs more? In southern region or in North India? For example, if I am able to means my ACs will be selling more in southern areas where we have hot and humid environment. We will not be able to sell in hilly areas where we have cooler temperatures around the year. So definitely the climate affects the type of product that you want to focus into the company's operation, where the companies want to carry out their operations, and so on. Then natural resources. Again, natural resources also play an important part when we talk about natural resources. For example, if there is abundance of natural resources, we could say the oil producing countries, they have abundance of oil. So their per liter oil somewhere in these countries is less than the cost of water, because the water is scarcity there. So natural resources again affects the things. The oil becomes cheaper, various other things become cheaper, but water may become costlier, right? Like that. Then fifth factor is demography. demographical factors or demography. When we talk about demographical factors, what does all those includes? Demographical factors. The demography includes your population size. It also includes your population growth rate. Then it also includes your age and life expectancy. It includes your life expectancy. Then it includes your religious composition. It includes your religious compositions. Then it also includes literacy rate and so on. So if the country is having huge population, definitely the consumption will in those countries will be very high. That market will be very lucrative market for the companies. Now if population growth rate is high, we could say the country, the companies will find this country as a growth market for them. There will be a growth in number of customers, definitely, because population is growing. In fact, if the population is growth rate is negative, it is going down, this number of customers for a company may go down. This a company may take it like that. Then age and life expectancy, if the people live more, they will purchase more. Definitely it is a thing that company considers in environment. Then religious compositions, there are various religious factors that affects the attitude, preference, or their preference towards the product, the attitude towards the product. It may be certain things are not or are provided according to religion, people will not be purchasing them. Then literacy rate, when we talk about literacy rate, definitely if a person is educated, he will be purchasing a product that is based more on quality, that is based more on features, that is a value for money. The literacy rate affect the consumption, type of consumption. Then if a person is literate, he will be able to earn more. He will. This means that his purchasing power will become more, and thereby company knows these. If purchasing power is high, this means he will be purchasing more and more. Fine. Then last factor that we are talking about in this external macro environment factor is technological factors. Technological factors. Now technology, the type of technology, the new technology, adaptation to technology, people, openness of the people to adapt new technology, all these affect the particular environment where the business is being done. For example, technology can destroy, some technology can destroy or alternate the composition of or the characteristic of certain industry. For example, if we talk about mobile phones, it has almost destroyed the postal industry. People are messaging, the people may give a call rather than they will give a telegram to a person, or they may write a postcard or letter to a person. That takes time and so on. So this telecom industry has affected, definitely affected the telegram industry, the postal industry, and so on, post office. Now you are looking, less number of post offices is required today. Then next topic is external microenvironment factors. When we talk about external microenvironment factors, it includes your market, it includes suppliers, it includes intermediaries, it includes customers. Now these are microenvironment, external microenvironment factor. For example, type of market, the market potential, the need and wants existing in those market. Definitely they will have a shape on environment. They will be contributing to the environment where the business is being operated. Suppliers, how good the suppliers are, how technologically advanced the suppliers are the suppliers able to give you supply in set time and set quality. So for example, if a company wants to work on just-in-time concept, the supplier needs to be technologically very advanced and adaptive. So the type of supplier also affects the environment where the business is being conducted. And intermediaries, who are the intermediaries? Intermediaries are your wholesaler, stockist, retailers, and so on. So these are the retailers, for example, are the face of the company. What they will be selling, the person doesn't know the company, person knows the retailer from where he is purchasing. So how well he is giving the information, how well he is handling the product. So this will definitely affect the company's operations. For example, if your stockist and wholesaler are able to handle the information properly, disseminate information properly, handle the product properly, less number of breakage will be there, and more people will be getting product timely and with good quality as prescribed. Then customers and consumer, definitely the type of customers, the characteristic of customers affect or consumer affect the marketing environment. Then your last what we are talking about, last factor is organization's internal environment factors. Organization internal environment factors. What that they include? They include marketing department. They include various departments within the organization. They include like marketing department, like production department, like your research and development department, like your finance department, like your HR and so on. So how well these departments are are coordinating with each another, how well they are focused towards achieving the organizational goal, how good they handle the customers requirement, queries and all. Definitely, for example, marketing department, if they are having if they are the main contact to the customers, and if they are getting the information from the market and they are not sharing with research and development department, how could the necessary changes in the product could be made? So they need to share the information with the research and development department. The budgets should be clear so that the finance department may allow the particular purchase of the raw materials or product for production department, so that production department could run smoothly and so on. So these are few things that these departments must means they must work in tandem, they must work in synchronization, so that so that the organization goal could be achieved timely and we could have a good satisfaction of the customers. So this was all for today. We will be having again new topic in another lecture. Till then, enjoy. Thank you.